Okay, carry on.
Do you want? Should we start over?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Good morning. My name is Bonnie, and Bonnie Storkai, and I'm a business engagement consultant for Iowa Workforce Development. And in case you're wondering, what is a business engagement consultant? Well, my job is to visit with businesses to find out what their needs are. What is it, and I mean, their needs regarding, is it workforce related? Do they need to increase their workforce? Or they're trying to find ways to prevent them from having to decrease their workforce? What are some of the training needs that they have? And information about the different training and services that we have for the state that maybe some businesses don't know about. Especially small businesses, they sometimes don't have the dollars for training, and so it is my job to find ways to assist them with their training, as well as if I can't find something in the state to help to fund with the training, then we would look at community partners to see what are they doing to help that business to fill that need.
Yeah. And my name's Ben Oldak. I'm our digital content producer at IWD, so I handle videography, photography, and podcasting. And we are very much into visual storytelling at IWD. And so if there's a cool program or a new service that we offer, I generally get sent out to do a video about it, talk to the stakeholders, produce it, edit it, and then I hand it over to our social media guy for the actual publishing of it. So it could be, like I said, it could be a cool program like an apprenticeship program, or it could be I've done a video here on the EDGE program to talk about kind of work-based learning and use it as a way to hopefully get more schools involved in this kind of a program. But then also if we have like a problem or a message that we need to solve that can be amplified by a video product, then they come to me and we work on that and figure out how we're going to get that across the finish line. And so Vine came to me with a problem that she's been hearing from some of her business partners, and we figured this would be a good way to solve it.
Yes. So remember when I talked about how I meet with businesses and find out what their needs are? Well, in this conversation, and I cover 3 areas. I cover Boone, Story County, and Warren counties. And I'm hearing the same message from employers, that they are wanting individuals that are coming to work to have great soft skills. They say they can teach the hard skills, but the soft skills are missing, like great communication skills. What about working with a team? Are you able to regulate your emotions if you're upset about something? Employers are saying they're having a hard time with soft skills for new employees. And we're talking from teen up to adults. So it's not just one generation, it's across the board. And as a result of that, when I saw this opportunity for you to produce a project, I reached out to Ben and said, Ben, can we do something that is peer-to-peer? That means from you to other teenagers or young adults of how they can increase their soft skills for employers.
Yeah, and so the idea that I thought would be perfect for this class to take on, as well as a way to reach people in your own age group, would be obviously short video content. So Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, that kind of thing. Since we're a government agency, we're not allowed to use TikTok, so we have to kind of work around that. But the idea is that you would produce, say, 5 Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts that kind of highlight the need for soft skills and I mean being able to be on trend. So feel free to use viral audios, on trend formats, any kind of memes that are going around, like stuff that you would see on Instagram or YouTube Shorts and feel is relatable content, right? We figured that you guys would be the best people to go to for this, because we don't want to be seen as like the Steve Buscemi with the skateboard in the hallway saying, "How do you do, fellow kids?" We want it to come across as natural and something that can be digested by people your own age. And so, some ideas of topics that we could do would be just like, appropriate email addresses, So, you know, a lot of people have the same high school, or not high school, but like a middle school email address that they came up with when they were like 12, and can still be using that when applying for jobs. And so, you know, making a professional sounding email account, making sure that your voicemail box is set up. I know even even my girlfriend and soon to be fiance doesn't have a like an inbound voicemail box set up. It just goes straight to like a generic audio recording, because there's just like not a lot of like phone call use. But obviously in the business world, there's phone calls, and you want to make sure that you know who you're talking to when you call, right? I mean, eye contact during interviews, I see that a lot with when I'm interviewing even people for video projects that I'm working on, you know, apprenticeship videos or things like that, where I'm talking to younger adults. It's a lot of looking down sometimes, it's a lot of looking over here, you know, and I kind of have to work to get the eye contact. And when you're doing something like that in a job interview, like that's a skill that you're going to need to have, right?
Yes.
You know, what to wear during when you go to work, or what to wear during an interview, things like that. Even like appropriate backgrounds on like a Zoom interview if you're doing something digitally, right? Like, and either using some sort of regular background or making sure that the room behind you is clean. I mean, we've had a couple of interviews where we've interviewed interns where they're like in their bedroom and it looked like a mess behind them. And so, you know, we'd be looking for kind of video in that like 15 to 20 second range, you know, something super digestible. I mean, yeah, make it funny.
Yeah.
Be humorous. Like I said, feel free to be on trend. I mean, obviously, use your best judgment when it comes to appropriateness, because we are a government agency, but like, you know, we're able to go a little outside the typical kind of like government lines on this. We'd be looking for something by the end of November, I would say, as far as due dates go, and you know, we would want some sort of early delivery on that, so we can go back and make any edits that we might have. In terms of like production value, obviously, you know, working with the proper camera equipment, lighting equipment. I'm assuming that there's like some decent microphones here that you guys can use. Like, you know, we're looking for professional quality on this in terms of the video component.
Now, I just want to add a little bit of with the interviewing outfit. I kid you not, we've had some people to come to an interview wearing fleece pants and bunny slippers. I'm not kidding you. So that, if you could use that as a possibility. And what is those stocking caps or shower caps? We've had people do interviews with shower caps. I'm kidding you not. So that's something that you guys, as a visual aid, could be thinking about, you know, when you're creating your content, because you'd be surprised the way people are coming to interviews.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, some of the ideas that we gave out were, you know, just kind of starter ideas. If there's something that you feel through your experience has been relatable, or something that you've experienced yourself, or if you've seen like one of your friends do or something like that, that you know is something that you could be improved upon, feel free to explore that as well. We don't want to have you feel like pigeonholed into, you know, what you have to do entirely, but like, you know, those are some guidelines that we were looking at.
Any questions?
Yeah, and so I mean, the more and more, companies are using this kind of short form social content to reach people. It performs better than a lot of the longer form stuff, even if the longer form stuff that I do, like we're talking minute and 30 kind of story, is well produced and visual and has a lot of good information in it. So many people now are just going to the quick reels and swiping through stuff, and obviously government agencies can be slow to adapt to that kind of thing. And if you look at more kind of private businesses, obviously they're more on the cutting edge of that kind of stuff, and they have like a whole social team that handles that. And we kind of want to start moving in that direction and figure this would be a great way to kick it off.
Yeah. So you guys would be the first, if you select us, you'd be the first to be able to do this for us. Because, I believe, and this is just personal, that some, teenagers are getting to the point where they don't want to listen to adults about these kind of things. But if you guys connect together and you're able to show your peers things that are the good things to do and not so good things to do, it has a better impact and it goes a long way. So, so That's what I feel. I feel that you don't want to hear adults saying, you should do this. You know, it's better to see the content, so. And I'm hoping that you guys will see the same value